what are we gonna get done this weekend? Well, if you watched my last weekend prep video, you know that I didn't quite get everything done on my to-do list. In fact, there are several significant projects that I wanna get done, including cleaning up my junk drawers and my closet and my dresser. So let's see what we can do. All right, so how are you guys? It is Saturday afternoon, and let me catch you up on what I've done today, which is not anything too exciting. This morning, I got up and made breakfast. We also took a trip to Menards because, you know, it can't be a weekend without a trip to Menards. We had to just get some batteries for smoke detectors. I got some more dog treats and supplies, some laundry supplies, just, you know, household things that we needed. Came home, ate lunch, and I've just kind of been working on cleaning some stuff up here in the kitchen. I cleaned my stove off. I did my dishes. I put a load of dishes in the dishwasher, so that's done. I gotta put those away. I am, however, really excited that my Green Chef box was delivered yesterday, so I know exactly what we're gonna have for dinner. Green Chef is actually sponsoring this weekend prep video, so thank you to them. But I believe this one is the one we're making tonight, which is the blackened tilapia. I say we, like what, I have a turd in my pocket? No, I'm gonna be making this for dinner tonight. Green Chef is a CCOF certified organic company, and the thing I really love about them is that they have options for every lifestyle. They have keto and paleo, if you're vegan or vegetarian, fast and fit meals, Mediterranean, and gluten-free as well. Also, here's something awesome. To celebrate Earth Month, Green Chef is partnering with One Tree Planted to reforest northern Thailand and combat food insecurity in vulnerable communities. For a limited time, Green Chef will plant one tree for every box sold. So if you guys sign up, you will get a tree planted for every box that you purchase. How awesome is that? I think the thing that I love most about Green Chef is obviously the convenience and ease of getting meal kits delivered right to my door. I am super busy, and sometimes the mental load of planning for dinner, shopping, all of that, everything that's involved is just like too much. So the fact that you can get these awesome meals delivered right to your door lets you skip the grocery store. They have pre-portioned ingredients, pre-made sauces. You guys can actually get 60% off plus free shipping. You can use my code JenChapin60 to get that offer. Go to greenchef.com for more details. I'll have a link in the description box below. Once again, that code is JenChapin60 to get 60% off plus free shipping. And I really like too that the calories are included on the recipe cards because I am tracking all of my food right now. And so that's super convenient for me to be able to know how much I'm eating, and that way I can put it into my calorie tracker. Murphy, let's just rip the proverbial Band-Aid off, shall we, and clean out these stupid junk drawers that I have been letting go for, I mean, who knows, years at this point. So this one is full of, well, you know, spices and bits of meal kits. What have we got here? We've got lip gloss, we've got a cleaning brush, we've got glasses case, we've got recipes, who knows what. This one is the cord graveyard of the house. So we've got plenty of portable chargers and camera batteries and God knows what. So let's get started, shall we? Shall we, Milo? So I know a lot of what's in this drawer is actually recipes, and I have a place for those, which is my handy dandy recipe binder that I have here. So I think I'm just gonna take those out first, put them into a pile. I also have all of these stickers left over from when I organized my pantry. So I will set those to the side because obviously I might need those again at some point. Also, spice labels from when I organized my spice cabinet. See, I didn't even know I had these in here. If you guys don't have these air fryer liners, they are fantastic. I love them. You can get them at Walmart, or I've gotten them on Amazon too. I saw this on Instagram and God knows where so many times. This gel that you use to like clean out your car cup holders, it's disgusting. Like, you use it once and it gets nasty. And then I thought to myself, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I should save it. Maybe there's a way I could clean it out. No, throw it away. Throw it away, Jennifer. What are you doing? In case I did not tell Sue for sending me this beautiful rainbow card, thank you, Sue. I will keep it forever. In fact, I'll take it up in my office right now. Did I write you a thank you note? I can't remember, see, because I'm totally disorganized. In case you wanted a cream cheese recipe that's on the back of a box that's half ripped. Does anyone know what a barberry is? Because I surely do not. Apparently it came in a meal kit. Also, we have our rule book for swim officiating, which I am a swim official, but I will not be one again because my kids are not doing swim anymore. See, now this actually could be useful. Instant coffee from Starbucks. I should put this in my travel bag because I'll probably use it in a hotel somewhere. I've also got rice. Rice, rice, couscous, rice, rice, rice. All right, well that wasn't too bad. So let's wipe this thing out. So for some of these spices, I can actually just like decant them into my existing spice containers. And actually, I'll show you an update on my spice cabinet, which it's been about 2 months now since I reorganized it, and I think it's doing pretty good. I mean, is it in like 100% tip-top shape? No, but is it a lot better than it once was? Yes. And for the most part, it stayed that way, so that's really the goal. Not bad on the spice cabinet. Crushed red pepper, smoked paprika, good deal. A couple times a year, or at least once a year, I do like to go through my recipe binder and just kind of cull through it and say like, okay, what recipes have I not made that I'm probably not gonna make? What have I made and I don't like? So on and so forth. But I don't think I really want to take the time to do that today. So what I'm probably gonna do is just go through here and put in all of the recipes that I've taken out and haven't put back. Because see, what usually happens is I'll go through and I'll take out recipes, say, oh, I want to make this week for dinner. And then I'll put it on my little, like, you know, stand over here. Like, for example, this stack of recipes. And then it just won't, you know, it just won't get put back in. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. And then some, you know, okay, like this stack of recipes right here are actually ones that I have printed out for a video that I haven't made yet. So some of these will probably just go back into the drawer. But at least we won't have, you know, 15 random packs of spices and, you know, all that jazz. Isn't this cute? Connor colored that, so I'll save that. So I've got my extra labels. I'm gonna go ahead and obviously leave those in the drawer because we will likely need them again at some point. Recipes I want to cook can go on top of that. Here's the other thing. Okay, so like cooking magazines and like these little cookbooks that you get at the checkout. I don't know. I recycled a few of them, but there are a couple of these I want to save. So I'll go ahead and put those back in there. And then some of the cookbooks that come with like different appliances. Like for example, this cookbook came with my bread machine. I want to keep that. And then this one came with my little ice cream maker. I would keep, I don't know if this will fit. Yeah, see, it's too, well, will this fit in here? Nope. Too thick. Thick with 2 C's. Okay, well we can put the air fryer liners in here because this is where the air fryer is. I sort of feel like it's a good place for those. Also, I have 2 of these little Aldi keychain quarter holders. One of you guys I messaged with on Instagram and I feel like I mailed it to you, but if I forgot to, please comment below or DM me on Instagram. Something is telling me I forgot to do that, but I also think I did do that, so who knows? I need a coffee break. Let's make an oat milk latte, shall we? What is this? Minor Figures Barista Oat Milk and the Pop and Bottle Mocha Coffee Concentrate. This isn't sweetened. There's no sugar in it. It's just coffee concentrate. That's delightful. That is some dang good iced oat milk latte right there. Okay, so I added all of my jasmine rice into this jar and I'll just stick it in the pantry. One tip I have for you is if you want to label things without using like labels and masking tape and all that, You can actually just use a wet erase marker or even a permanent marker. And if you write on metal or glass with it, it will come off with an alcohol wipe. I always keep alcohol wipes in my kitchen anyway, just in the medicine drawer so that I can clean off the thermometer. But I'll just write Jasmine. The dogs are fighting. Kira said don't post on the internet that they're fighting. Or everyone will
they're not fighting.
Be angry at the vicious pit bull. They're not really fighting. They're just, that's how they play. Well, you guys know they're dogs. You want a treat? You gotta sit. You gotta sit. Can you sit? You gotta sit. Sit. Good boy. What about you? You want one? You gotta sit. You got. Good boy. Let's see what crap we can get rid of in here. Okay, so I got the drawer empty. Okay, so I did go ahead and get rid of some of the duplicate cords, but some of them that I'm not sure, you know, what they are, I'm gonna go ahead and keep them because, you know, you never know when you're gonna need a cord. This isn't gonna win any awards for best looking junk drawers, but it is much, much better than it was. So in this one over here, I just have extra recipes, meal planner, cookbooks, air fryer liners. This goes with my tripod. This is a whole bag of gibbets for Crocs that I bought for the kids. And then over here, we've just got all of our cords. God knows what's going on there, but at least they're not tangled and all in one space. We have a cracked iPad here from many years ago. I don't know what to do with that. What do I do with that? I don't know. Sunglasses, padlock, just miscellaneous things. And then these are left over from when I had braces, but Kira still has braces, so she can use those. And then my shout wipes. So, ta-da, done. Let's cross that off. Fun fact I found in that junk drawer. This is the very first camera that I ever used when I started filming YouTube videos 5 years ago, cooking YouTube videos. I actually used this before that to film scrapbooking videos, but it is not very good quality now. I mean, I would never use this now to film stuff because, you know, the technology has just changed so much, but I thought that was fun. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I still have the charger, so I'll probably just give it to Goodwill. If you ever have thought about starting a YouTube channel or it's something that you really wanna do, like, just go for it. Don't wait until you have a super fancy camera. Just use what you have, use your phone. If you wait until you're ready, you'll never start because you'll be too nervous about everything. And honestly, the video that I had like really like quote go viral, which was like a keto meal prep video, that was filmed using this old camera. And if you go and watch that video now, you will see how the quality has improved, not just in the camera, but in the editing and everything. So, you know, you got to start somewhere. Everyone has to start somewhere. All right, so I went and did a 30-minute spin cycle, soul cycle workout after dinner. Well, after dinner, first I made cookies. I keep wanting to call these scotcheroos, but they're not. I think they're called oatmeal scotchies. Did you try one of these?
I had like 3.
You had 3. I don't know if you'd like them because they had oatmeal in them, but I had some, a bag of the butterscotch chips left over from, I think it was Christmas actually. So I just made the recipe on the back of them. It's just like a regular cookie recipe, except you put in oatmeal, the butterscotch chips, and a little bit of cinnamon. They're really good. So I made those, and then I did my workout. Now it's 10 o'clock. I'm gonna make myself a bedtime snack. So this is my favorite bedtime snack, and I'm trying this new one by Kodiak Cakes. It's the birthday cake. I haven't tried this one yet, so hopefully it's good. So I always do half a cup of pancake mix. I do a little less than half a cup of water. It just depends on how thick or thin you like your batter. Here are my new American Dream Nut Butters. I will link their site down below with the coupon code because you need to get you some. Okay, I'm the American Dream Nut Butter evangelist now. A couple of them I have are new for Easter this year. Easter Bunny's Delight. This one is almond butter. I think this is the one I'm gonna use tonight. I already tried this one. Rainbow Dream Bar. It's essentially peanut butter with little Fruity Pebbles in it. And the good thing about this type of nut butter is that it's higher in protein and it is lower in sugar than regular nut butter. This one is a peanut butter my cup. There is Reese's Pieces in it. Thicker than a Snicker. That's me. Looks pretty, doesn't it? It looks pretty, doesn't it? You ate dinner. You already ate your dinner. And you can't have pancakes. No, you can't. His little collar hangs. I need to trim it or something. I need to get a replacement collar because he chewed his other one when it came off one day, or when it was off one day. We take them off. We take their collars off at night, and then obviously if he ever has to go in the kennel, we take it off too. Have you guys ever heard of Copilot? I don't know if you guys know who Beatrice Caruso is here on YouTube, but she was sponsored by them once, or probably multiple times, and I downloaded it through her link, and I found it helpful in helping me keep consistent with my workouts. And so when they asked me if I wanted to work with them, I said yes. So I'm going to be doing a video with them next month. But anyway, I have the app again now, and it's basically like a personal trainer app, and so that's what I used tonight when I worked out. I find it's helpful because it's like, I don't know, it just helps keep me accountable. More on that at a later date. But I personally, in terms of the nut butters, I like the peanut butters the best. Next, I like the almond butters, and I'm not a huge fan of the cashew butters. I think I'm just not a huge fan of cashew butter in general. It's not like their flavorings or anything. So normally when I do the Kodiak cake mix and the nut butter, it comes out to less than 400 calories and a pretty significant amount of protein for a snack. So let's try. That's good. There's like little mini marshmallows. Easter Bunny Delight. Can you hear Adam playing video games downstairs? Sometimes, not a lot, but sometimes I get comments asking me like, why don't I show my kids anymore? Well, they don't want to be shown. They tell me specifically not to show them on camera or their faces or whatever. So I respect that. I was watching TikTok a couple weeks ago. There's this lady I watch on there every once in a while. One day one of her videos came up on my feed, and she basically said that her daughter's in high school. Her daughter said she doesn't want to be in her videos anymore. And she said, this is what the mom said, you know what? I'm not going to listen to her because kids change their mind all the time. What kind of a rude, non-respecting mother or person like does that? I'm sorry, but like just because you have a presence on social media doesn't mean your family has to. Before I go upstairs, one thing I forgot to mention when I was cleaning out my drawers and stuff that I have is like cooking magazines. I am a sucker for cooking magazines, but I've really like toned it down a lot. In fact, this is the only one I still get, and I don't even know why I get it because I haven't paid for it in years, but here we are. So normally what I do with magazines, because you know they can just like pile up, and don't get me wrong, I am like a cookbook enthusiast. I love having recipes around. But normally what I do with magazines is, like I just had a Food Network one that I got at the airport somewhere. I basically just go through them and I look and see which of these recipes do I think I'll actually make, because some of them are weird and I will never make them. You know, I love like Cooks Illustrated. It's just, some of the food is just not necessarily super family friendly. You know what I mean? Why are you chewing on my fingers, huh? I was like, it is time for bed, mother. I know, it's time for bed. I mean, onion rings, like, first of all, that probably doesn't fit in my calories. It looks delicious. I mean, I don't know, maybe I could, you know, do that for a special occasion. Why not? I'll tear it out. I won't make it. I could throw it away later. Okay, so I just got out of the shower. I need to refill my little med organizer because, you know, I'm old. And I've been trying to read a little bit more before bed instead of being on my phone, because I'm really bad about just like sitting on my phone and scrolling YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or whatever. Sometimes I feel like it makes me stay up like way too late, later than I normally should, because I don't get tired. I'm only like maybe half a chapter into this book. It's called Financial Feminist. I think I saw her on TikTok, and then she's like, I have a book, and I'm like, I will buy it. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this, take my meds, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good Sunday morning. So it is Sunday and it is now 10:15. I got up around 8:45 and made breakfast. I've cleaned up the kitchen a little bit. Okay, so I got this cleaner as a freebie from Thrive Market, one of the last times I ordered, and I need some more spray, so I'm gonna reconcentrate it. You just put half of this concentrate pouch into here and then fill it up with water. Bubbles. Smells really good, like very citrusy. I've had my early bird morning drink. I think I'm gonna try and make a oat milk latte, because the oat milk that I used yesterday for the iced latte, it says that it foams up really well. So let's try it. Seems promising. I probably could use more milk, but I like mine strong, so. That's good. It's lunchtime. Pizza rolls. I'm just trying to use up what I have in my freezer. These are buffalo chicken pizza rolls, which they're okay. I don't know if I'd buy them again. And then these are just regular pepperonis. I don't know what I'm gonna eat for lunch yet. I actually didn't even eat breakfast. I just drank that coffee. So I'll probably cut up some fruit and some veggies, because, you know, hashtag balance. Right now I'm putting together some freezer meals for a video. It's just a little bit before noon. I want to show you guys the new pieces of furniture that we got for the dining room, and how I'm going to fill those up with my cookbooks. And then hopefully later this afternoon we'll tackle the closet. Just call me Betty. Betty Crocker. And also, I may look professional in my apron or not, but I have sweatpants on because today's Sunday and it's a sweatpants day. The other thing I should really probably do today is put in a grocery order. I'm kind of trying to figure out what I have on hand, because I'm really trying to use up what I have to save money at the grocery store. Not just I mean, obviously I want to save money, but I also just don't want to, I'm tired of having like an over surplus of food in my house, in my freezers, in my pantry. Like, obviously I want to have stuff to be able to make dishes, you know, like I want to have stuff on hand, but I don't want it to be so excessive that like I open the freezer and can't find anything, because there's so much crap in there. So I think for dinner tonight, we're gonna have a freezer meal, which is gonna be a chicken noodle soup, one of the ones that I'm prepping right now. And then I have some rolls in the freezer. Maybe I can make like some type of like a charcuterie thing. I don't know, I'm trying to think what would go good with like soup and rolls. That's like carbs on carbs. Maybe a salad, I don't know, we'll see. Lunch is over, but I did cut up some veggies, and we had pizza rolls. These are just leftover. And we had, of course, ranch with the pizza rolls. And fun fact, I freaking, I'm so annoyed with myself. As I was taking them out of the oven, I had this candle burning and I knocked it over, and of course wax went all over my stove. So I thought the best way to clean it up would be to let it harden and then scrape it off. And that seems to be working okay. That's like my favorite thing, is when I'm super clumsy and create more messes for myself to clean up. Like I didn't have enough to do. Okay, so I have done, I would say, a really good job of decluttering my cookbooks.
If you guys have followed my channel for a while, you know that one of the things that I love to collect is cookbooks. And every so often I do like to go through them and just see, okay, which ones have I not used? Which ones am I not using? Which ones am I probably not going to use that I impulse purchased? So I have gone through these, and I gave some to my sister. I also donated a lot to Goodwill, but I also wanted to get most of these put away in my new hutches in the dining room so that I could get rid of all the boxes and stacks of books that I had lying around. I ordered these on Amazon, so I can link them down below, but I really kind of do like the way that the cookbooks look in there. I need to organize them probably a little bit better so that it's symmetrical, because it's kind of bothering me that I don't have this side all filled up with with books, and that I just have some piled up down there. This artwork I also got on Amazon, so I can link these down below as well. I was gonna order from Lindsay Letters, but my gosh, their stuff is just so expensive. I mean, I like it, it's good quality, but it's like I didn't want to spend a small fortune on artwork or whatever. So I need to have Adam hang these up. I'm gonna have him hang them, like, obviously up there, but eventually, maybe hopefully later this year, we're gonna get a new dining table. This one is very old, and it's not very old. I would say it's probably 15 years old. And I would kind of like a longer table, something that kind of runs like sort of like the island. Probably something that's either white or gray, because I feel like there's just a lot of like dark wood in here, which is why I got the white hutches. Progress. At least the cookbooks aren't like piled up all over my my living room now. And I do like these drawers here. So actually I have some nice silverware that I'm gonna move over here from my kitchen. And then obviously there's lots of storage space down there for extra dishes or stuff if I need it. It's coming along, to be continued. Dinner, chicken noodle soup, freezer meal. I'm gonna go ahead and put my contents in here from the bag. If you find that there's a couple spices still kind of in the bottom of here, you can rinse it out with a little bit of water. I'm gonna add 8 cups of water. I'm just gonna kind of make sure that the chicken is submerged and mix up the spices with the water just a little bit. Now I've got my egg noodles here, so we'll go ahead and add those at the end, obviously. But for this particular recipe, so since my chicken breasts are still partially frozen, I've got about 6 hours till dinner. I'm gonna start this on high, and then as soon as it kind of comes to heat and starts bubbling away and maybe cooks for an hour, I'll turn it down to low. If you're gonna cook this all day, I would say cook it on low for 8 hours, high for 4 hours. Since the chicken breasts are kind of small, they probably won't need a ton of cook time. Okay, so our chicken is done. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this just into a bowl so I can shred it. Okay, so we're gonna add the shredded chicken back into the broth. And then we're gonna add 8 ounces of dry egg noodles, which is about 2/3 of this bag. And these will just cook in the broth. Depending on how much they kind of expand, we might have to add a little bit of extra broth, but we'll kind of gauge that. So I'll put the lid on this. Depending on the temperature that your slow cooker runs at, usually this takes about 20 to 30 minutes. So just keep it covered and then check it, see until the noodles are tender. Okay, so my noodles are finished. I did add about 2 extra cups of chicken broth, and a trick I have is to squeeze the juice of a lemon in when you're done making your chicken soup. It just adds a little bit of brightness to the soup. You're not gonna taste, like, it's not gonna taste like lemony or anything like that. It's just gonna add a little bit of brightness. So here's our bay leaf. Let's take that out. If you've never tried these Sister Schubert's rolls before, they are really, really good, and they bake up super quick. Okay, so I'm gonna do like a little bit of a charcuterie board to go with our soup. So I've got some pepperoni, salami, mozzarella cheese, pickles, cheddar cheese. I'll put this together. Look how fancy we are. I've got pickles, celery, cucumber, peppers, salami, pepperoni,
cheese.
For dinner, we obviously had our rolls. I'm taking those out and putting them in a bowl, and we ate family style at the table with our soup and our rolls and our charcuterie, and we even played a little card game. I am just getting some laundry done right now. It's about 8:30. Okay, so I also ran out of time to do my closet last night, but let me just show you a before. So, you know, this looks worse than it is. Isn't that what they always say? I just have stuff down here that's like falling on the floor. Milo's gonna make a bed in there apparently. So obviously I'm gonna have to continue this next weekend because it's early Monday morning and clearly I haven't gotten this done. So this is like the 3-part never-ending weekend prep in which it takes me 3 weeks to thoroughly clean out my closet, but you know what? That's fine. That's just life for you. So I really have too many sweaters. I don't know why I was like obsessed with sweaters for the longest time. But I feel like I don't really wear them as often now. So I have some that I need to pass along, donate, post on Poshmark, whatever. So great opportunity if you guys want to follow my Poshmark closet. I'll link it down below. If you are a size 18 in women's or like a 1, 2X in tops, this might be your lucky day to snag some of my clothes at a cheap, a cheap price. But obviously I need to declutter a lot of this stuff, okay, first. But then I also have some bins in which these folded sweaters need to be organized because like obviously some sweaters I don't want to hang on hangers because it stretches them out. So some of them I would like to organize into these canvas bins that I have and just have them on the shelves. And then the other thing that irritates me about this closet is these top like shelves up here. I'm not a short person and I'm not even tall enough to reach those. I have to ask Adam to get stuff down for me. So like for now, we've just been putting like bedding and stuff up there, like extra bedding because it's like stuff we don't need very often. And then over here, I don't know if you can see, is actually a cable that we can put like either, I don't know, like a cable box or something. I don't know how that works. This is a Wi-Fi TV, so why would we need a cable box? I don't know. But we have a TV in our bedroom that we legitimately never use. I wouldn't say never. I would say we use it like twice a year. So closet declutter, to be continued next weekend. I did get a lot of laundry done this weekend, which I feel good about. I helped Kira do a bunch of her laundry because she had project homework that she was working on, so I helped her with that. Helped Connor with his laundry. I am not going anywhere on travel this week, so I feel good about that. Now next week I will be, so you know, I'll be anxious. I'll be anxious about that. But so the video I posted yesterday, actually did a premiere, was the grocery budget video I did and like how to save money on groceries without clipping coupons. We were having a discussion in the comments about how much you spend on groceries because it's like average for a family of 4, it's like around $300 a week is what the USDA says it should cost. And like a lot of people have opinions about that. Some people think that's way too much money. Some people think that's about right. Some people say they spend more. I'm sure it also depends on what part of the country that you live in. But the other thing too is like, I forgot to mention that I probably should have, is that I feel like basically I'm feeding for adults. My daughter Kira is going to be 14. She's adult sized. She's 5'6". In fact, she's almost 5'7". I'm like 5'7", 5'8". She's pretty much almost as tall as me. Connor, my 10-year-old, is also just almost as tall as me. He is a big and tall kid, and so essentially I just should have said I'm feeding for adults. You know, which I'm sure is, you know, $300 a week for eating most meals at home. You know, I would say 90% of our meals are at home. Really, the only time we eat out is we get pizza out once a week. Maybe another night we have takeout. I always think that's an interesting discussion. Sometimes people get a little bit heated about that, but anyway. All right, well, I gotta get ready for work. I gotta get the kids, I can't speak, get the kids ready for school, pack lunches. Green Chef will be linked with a discount in the description box below. Make sure you check them out. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.